modules will make you stronger.
Descendant, I have found a secure location for this is a large nuclear reactor, which is connected to this entire zone. By comparing the reactor's pulses with the Vulgus biosignals, I can detect pulses from the up until it was deactivated, I could detect Ironheart pulses. I'll attempt to trace that location. reactor, which is connected to this entire zone. By comparing the reactor's pulses with the Vulgus biosignals, I can detect something from the wide area. I'll attempt to trace that location. Descendant, I have found a suitable location for detecting Ironheart. This is a large nuclear reactor, which is connected to this entire zone. By comparing the reactor's pulses with the Vulgus biosignals, I can detect a quick area.
Out of my way!
Right up until it was deactivated, I could detect Ironheart pulses. I'll attempt to trace that location. entire zone. By comparing the reactor's pulses with the Vulgus biosignals, I can detect pulses from a wide area. Right up until it was deactivated, I could detect iron heart pulses. I'll attempt to trace that location. Descendant, I have found a indication of detecting iron heart pulses. This is a large nuclear reactor, connected to this entire zone. By comparing the reactor's pulses with the Vulgus biosignals, I can detect pulses from a wide area. I could detect iron heart pulses. I'll attempt to trace that location. Ironheart pulses. I'll attempt to trace that location. Descendant, I have found a suitable location for detecting Ironheart pulses. By comparing the reactor's pulses with the Vulgus biosignals, I can detect pulses from right up until it was deactivated, I could detect Ironheart pulses. I'll attempt to trace that location. detect Ironheart pulses. I'll attempt to trace that location. Descendant, I have found a suitable location for detecting Ironheart. This is a large nuclear reactor, which is connected to this entire zone. By comparing the reactor's pulses with the Vulgus biosignals, I can detect pulses from a wide area. Right up until it was deactivated, I could detect Ironheart pulses. I'll attempt to trace that location. Descendant, I have found a suitable location for detecting Ironheart. This is a large nuclear reactor, which is connected to this entire zone. By comparing the reactor pulses with the Vulgus biosignals, I can detect pulses from a wide area. Right up until it was deactivated, I could detect Ironheart pulses. I'll attempt to trace that location.
So once I get Bunny max rank, I'm just gonna go grind some more story quests to get another Descendant unlocked, because now I've got Ajax and Bunny max once I get her done. And I hit MR11, so we're just gonna grind story, get another Descendant unlocked.
Deactivated the nuclear reactor. But right up until it was deactivated, I could detect Ironheart pulses. I'll attempt to trace that location. Descendant, I have found a suitable location for detecting Ironheart. This is a large nuclear reactor, which is connected to this entire zone. By comparing the reactor's pulses with the Vulgus biosignals, I can detect pulses from a wide area.
Good.
Right up until it was deactivated, I could detect Ironheart pulses. I'll attempt to trace that location. Descendant, I have found a secret location for detecting Ironheart. This is a large nuclear reactor, which is connected to this entire zone. By comparing the reactor's pulses with the Vulcan's biosignal, I can detect pulses from a wide area.
Out of my way!
Right up until it was deactivated, I could detect Ironheart pulses. I'll attempt to trace that location.
So now that Bunny's max ranked and we have Ajax max ranked, I'm gonna go and grind some quests, and then we're gonna figure out which descendant I want next. Bunny's electricity, Ajax doesn't have elemental, so you know the obvious next one is fire because it's the coolest. Lepic is busted. His grenade is probably the strongest thing I've seen in this game. So I think Lepic is going to be my next, because I really want to have him on deck in the toolbox. You know, you have to look at the Descendants just like you do Warframes, and Warframes, the tools. You don't get favoritism and pick one tool. You know, it's all about what tool you need for this scenario. So certain missions. Specifically, these elites. The Void Intercept battles. Already taken out the Executioner, it's the third one. I've heard the Dead Bride gives a lot of people problems. I wouldn't mind getting Lepic before getting her. It absorbs cold air, so obviously ice is going to be its strength, and it won't take much ice damage, so a Fire Descendant would be perfect to take down the Chill boss. That makes sense. So Lepic is probably going to be the next one I grind out, just so I'm ready for Dead Bride, elemental-wise. And then my guns are pretty good. I've got an ultimate. I love the Thunder Cage. It is the introductory ultimate that they give you, but it's a really good gun. And then that mission that I was doing was really awesome for just getting leveled up. This is basically all I was there for. I gotta go hit MR11, and then I'm probably gonna go back to the swamp, continue the main quest. I think I was trying to deal with the Trader Jeremy or whatever. And it felt like Bunny was kind of weak at the last time I went, but I don't know, maybe she'll hold up better now. I'm going to try to keep her on. If it gives me too much problems, though, I'm just going to switch to Ajax. He's such a tank. I love this cutscene. Prime hands are so dope. I like how the bear is actually visible in the cutscene too. All the power. So, Cillian is one of the most important characters that you're going to interact with in this game. You want to make sure you're dumping all your extra mods every time you come back here. So, select duplicate mods. On console, it's hold L3. You want to make sure you get that done. I was helping some friends with it last night. I know the mod system's a little more than some people are used to, but in my opinion, they've simplified it compared to what it could be. I think it's really well put together. The polarities, you don't really have to worry about that if you're auto-equipping, which obviously a lot of folks are going to choose to do that early on. There's nothing wrong with it in my opinion. If you need help, there's no problem accepting it. Some people are too egotistical to accept help, and it's foolish. Really, it is about stats, so if you feel comfortable with what you're building, by all means, go for it. But I know a lot of friends that felt more comfortable doing the auto-equip early on. Don't be ashamed to do it. There's no problem in letting the game figure out your build and you figuring it out later. I would say that it's good to figure out at some point, though. You don't want to go blind the whole game and hit auto-equip. But if you want to, there's no problem with that. I just know that I wanted to get my build together myself and figure it out. I did go with a friend's recommendations because he just basically laid it out. Like, why would we do anything else to our guns? Like rifling reinforcement, the best. You want it to be stronger. Concentrations, damage, that's a if. You don't have to do that, but rounds per magazine, that's also kind of, you could do that or not do that. But really, you want to have recycling genius, rifling reinforcement, and fire rate up doesn't hurt. Depends on what you're shooting. Thunder Cage, I didn't feel like that was necessary. It is already an SMG. Plus, if you added fire rate to the SMG, you're probably going to be going through clips like nobody's business. I did add rounds to the magazine, which makes the Thunder Cage busted. So not only does it hit harder, and it hits stronger, the crit hit damage is plus 43%. You got attack damage going up. You have the reload time speed. Plus you got the rounds per mag. So it's just busted. And it is an ultimate weapon already. So that's just one build, for one gun. But I did kind of copy it on a couple others. Essentially focusing on rifling reinforcement because obviously the gun should hit stronger. That's your priority. Anything else, just build it how you like. But it is specific to what you're shooting. So you might get out in the field and shoot it and find out, well, I'd like a larger clip in this, or man, I wish I had more rounds per clip, then you're going to do the expanded weapon charge mod. So, just experiment. Nothing's permanent. If you get attached to something, odds are you're going to replace it the next time you roll out. So, don't be afraid to try new gears and new loadouts. That's what it's all about, experimenting. And depending on your Descendant, you might feel like you want to use different gear too. Whatever you're doing. So, let me take a look here. Some of these mods are getting capped out. I'm going to have to replace them with higher rarities. They're all full. Alright, so now I gotta go back to the Echo Swamp and continue the main quest.
Can't locate Esimo. Must be something else jamming the signal. Keep your eyes peeled.
As you know, my mission was to remove the source of the contamination in the abandoned area before it spread to Albion. Where you rescued me, near the pipe there, My unit and I were looking for the source of the contamination connected to that pipe. We were on the verge of finding it. But the soldiers in my unit started getting sick, one by one, from some unknown disease, while the Order of Truth seemed to be getting stronger by the day. You know I have a sensitive nose, right? Well, my soldiers and the enemy smelled the same to me, but their symptoms, how the disease affected them, were the opposite of each other. It doesn't make any sense. Once I figured that out, I didn't just sit on my butt. I mobilized all of my men who were able to move and scoured the nearby area. That's when they turned on me. I knew I shouldn't have pushed them so hard. Jeremy showed up, and you know what that idiot said? Albion considers all of you to be expendable. Follow me, and I'll give you power. Let's take down Albion together. It sounded like a bunch of hogwash. But then he took out the Ironheart. And it was the first time any of us had seen something that had seemed like just a rumor. To be honest, it was also the first time I'd seen the real thing in person. And even I thought it was pretty extraordinary. Though because I'd been connected to the guide from the start, I didn't fall for Jeremy's speech. But when that bastard said what he needed for his plan was nearby, one by one, my men pointed their guns at me. What did Jeremy say it was again? What he needed? That's right, a seed storage. And I knew the source of the contamination was there too. My nose told me. You're planning on going to the seed storage now, aren't you? In that case, focus on finding Jeremy. Destroying the source of the contamination, the seed storage, was my original mission. I'll try and recover, and get back on track with that as soon as possible. I'll make sure to blow up whatever it is that Jeremy is trying to get his hands on.
Secured the airspace above the operations zone. I'll leave you to handle the interior.
Enzo has minimized external interference. We should be able to better focus on our objectives. Descendant, we need to determine what the Vulgus are doing inside the cave. We need to know why the items that Jeremy is pursuing are inside, as well as what they are. Jeremy is not new to me. There is no way for me to know what he is planning. We must stop him before it is too late. Sentinel warriors that the Vulgus here are strong. Please be careful. Using a narrow tunnel. We need to break through. That's strange. The enemies stationed at the entrance appear to be intact. Jeremy must have been able to evade them. This must be the high-density Kuiper that Jeremy mentioned. By human standards, This is contaminated waste. It's also identical to the substance mentioned in Alzaroke's autopsy report.
What? So what you're saying is Jeremy took it?
There are no access records on this terminal for anyone contacting us. That is all I can assist with. We must explore deeper. I will focus on detecting pulses from the iron heart. These developers have established a large-scale chemical refinery here, concealed in the region bounded with Alzaroke.
Just the idea that Alzaroke exists is proof enough to me that we can't allow this to continue. We will finalize the detonation of the facility while you eliminate the enemy forces.
Powerful enemy units have been deployed to protect the Kuiper. Please be on your guard. Based on data analysis, the high-density Kuiper produced in this cave was used to enhance the Vulgus who occupied this zone.
Vulgus made a lot of effort to enhance their forces. They admitted Simo was right to follow his nose.
The question is, why does Jeremy want this? The substance cannot be used by humans. There are no signs of Jeremy here either. It may be because of the contamination. No. The density of the Kuiper is too low.
Touch any of this. Check the total amount of Kuiper.
Is Albion suddenly interested in the Kuiper I've found? I'm surprised.
But we should focus on eliminating the scale and density of the Kuiper on the other side of the facility is enough to create Alzaroke-level Vulgus for centuries. It probably contains a high level of contamination.
What? Okay, everybody get out. I'm going to blow it to hell. Right down.
Simo, don't blow it up yet. Jeremy might still be inside.
It seems to me we have not found the influence of Jeremy at any of the other Kuiper deposits so far. There may be signs of him on the other side.
Kite is right. Jeremy will probably be after the Kuiper with the highest density.
I'm so pleased that you came with this morning. I'm curious about the effectiveness of the vacuum disc. I understand the additional hyperkinetic with us by regulations. Now, time for you. Adapt down is not refined. That is even better for decorating the walls with your inside as I produce. Need for microphone. Just yours. You'll be an excellent source of nutrients for the tree of truth.
It appears that there is another more important zone to the Vulgus than this one. Thankfully, Jeremy did not progress that far. We must destroy this place before we can obtain the Kuiper. If we destroy this location, there will be no suitable zone for Jeremy to obtain high-density Kuiper from. Should he look for Kuiper in an outside source, he will not be able to avoid being detected by us.
Did I tell you earlier that the Vulgus are after the Tree of Truth? There's only one tree in this swamp that deserves that kind of title. I can take you there. After I demolish this facility, that is.
Massimo and I will handle this. Can you report back to Alpha in person? This intel is sensitive and we don't want to risk Jeremy listening in on any comms. I'll send you the rendezvous point shortly. Massimo, wait up.
ask me anything about modules.
Child, what do you need? Now what do you want? Go on, I'm waiting.
So right now I'm just waiting on the phase exchangers to finish. I've got a precision phase exchanger and
That's why humans
4
need us in
regular
this way.
ones crafting. I'll be able to dump my new guns into my current loadout and then continue quest grinding. While we're waiting for that, we can go talk to Alpha and get the next mission description and all that good stuff.
Just get to the point. Jeremy has got hold of Vulgus DNA and contaminated Kuiper? Well, the bastard always had a special interest in the Vulgus. He was always praising how much stamina the Vulgus had, their power, their technological prowess, and the possibilities that they unlocked through genetic improvements. I didn't want to discourage him as he was doing useful research into the enemy's capabilities. But I can't deny his obsession made his teammates uneasy. There was an incident where he captured a Vulgus production facility. He argued that Albion also needed to create artificial soldiers. The Colon Counterintelligence Unit investigated his research and seized his records. He was sent to the detention center for a time as a result of what they discovered. He was nearly expelled as a descendant. Wait. Once he's acquired the Ironheart, there's no reason he won't go ahead with his plan. I wonder if that's why he studied the autopsy report on Alzarok so carefully. He's likely after more than the quantum storage box containing the Ironheart. We need to examine all records involving Jeremy and any of Albion's supplies. All right. Now that I understand the gravity of the situation, you may return to the field. I entrust the capture of Jeremy and secure retrieval of the Ironheart to you.
Demolition of the seed storage has been completed. Rendezvous point set. No matter which way you look at it, it definitely is the Tree of Truth. An encrypted call. This is Enzo. Identify. Wait. Is this Jeremy?
Soon have some decent weapons, thanks to some brave veteran. Isn't that great? There's definitely an issue with support from HQ. This is a threat, right?
Magisters are probably humanity's real hope, don't you think?
Alright, so now we're going to use the phase exchangers on our current weapons and get them upgraded. We take the thunder cage, which is most important. Alright. We'll need some more phase exchangers, so just come over here. I always forget her name. Oh yeah, a nice.
Special human child. What do you need?
And grab some more. There we go. You started poking into the ammo conversion mods. Not fond of them, you say? They don't stay active the whole time? Is that what you're saying?
Humanity is very weak. That's why humans need us so
Oh
desperately.
shit. Yeah, they are. The gulch. The gulch. I think she's got her places for sure, but I look forward to replacing her. Like, I'm just on her right now until I get my next one unlocked. I just maxed her out today. No, yeah, you're not lying. You are not lying. I ran Ajax on the Executioner yesterday. I was glad I did because I had to revive like 3 people. It was like, it worked out. Yes. Yeah. Pretty much.
Magisters are probably humanity's real hope, don't you think?
So let's talk about Jeremy. I'm going to arrest him. That's my next quest. But this fucker. We watched the cutscene where he grabs the Iron Heart. I was like, he's gonna stick his dick in it, isn't he? It's like, hee hee hee. The Forbidden Flesh, yes. It's the real name of the Iron Heart. Yeah.
If it's new research, I'm listening.
I will say, I am still a huge fan of Thunder Cage. That gun fucks. I'm just now getting to where my mods need to be like reconsidered, like with a higher rarity. So I'm starting to get to where even dumping points in them, they're about full. Just have to find higher rarity versions. Exactly. But even that, like, it's getting to where I'm not gonna be able to max that out. I want to get a higher rarity version of it, like an ultimate rifling reinforcement mod on an ultimate. Stacked. Why wouldn't they have ultimate mods? I'm looking at one right now. Now, as far as rifling, I don't know if they have an ultimate of that. Okay. Right. That's swag. I had to help some friends last night. They had no idea what was going on with the mods. I was like, just do auto equip for now, man. Don't overthink it. I had to. They had no idea what they were doing. It's like, just use auto equip, bro. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's why I recommended it. That's alright. They'll move on. They won't dedicate anyway, so. If it gets them to play for a little while, that's fine. They're not gonna commit like that, I already know. Dude's a crackhead when it comes to Call of Duty. He's just waiting for Black Ops 6 to come out, and he's gonna drop this like a hot
You're
potato.
here for modules, right?
Fucking preach. I will say though, some of the stuff they've released with it does look like a nice improvement, like hitboxes. They're adding more hitboxes and animations and things like that. They're gonna make it better. I don't know. I have hope, but I'm not like blindly hopeful. Yeah. It's true. Have fun with that. Oh, yeah, the crowd will be too stoned to be a problem. Right. Yeah, there's belligerent. Alright, let's go arrest Jeremy for fucking the forbidden flashlight. Nice. I like the one I just did to get there. It was like taking out the gaseous person. I don't remember their name. Something Vermin, something. Was it? I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Sounds like PTSD. I found out Enzo is Lepic's cousin. I was actually reading some text. I thought that was pretty cool.
Okay, I've switched to a public channel as you requested. Now answer our
Yeah.
questions.
Hey, who is this? If it isn't Alpha's little...
I think it's pretty good. He's doing a good job with it. It's only so
We'll be
much
asking
cringe to
questions,
be
Jeremy.
found.
What is your location?
I was just about to thank you guys. I'm inside the seed storage, which you guys so kindly cleaned up for me. Thanks for taking care of the Vulgus. I was able to swipe some highly concentrated Kuiper and organic...
I was tempted to show the boys the cheese hole, but I didn't want them to stop working.
When did you...
No, I mean my half-ass people that were trying to learn the game last night. I stayed up till 6 just trying to get them helped out, started. We had somebody join halfway through our session that was lower level, so we were like, oh fuck, we gotta stop what we're doing, help them. And I just fucking went and helped them out for a little bit. I wasn't even fair for me to shoot anything. The max level character, it was like starting out.
Thought about surrendering?
I knew you were gonna say that.
Think about the lives of the innocent soldiers you've influenced.
Don't you think our bigger concern should be the future of humankind? I'm sick, actually. Even if we have more casualties daily than there are new recruits, you think descendants will make a difference? Huh.
Even if we can clear an entire battlefield, do you really think that's enough to turn the tide in this war? You're deluded. Descendants are just as vulnerable as the rest of Albion's soldiers. We're all mortal. And if the Magister's equipment breaks and our Arche runs out, Descendants will be nothing but frail human beings doomed to die. But the Vulcans, they continue to advance even as we speak. The Ironheart makes them even stronger. Humanity needs to be stronger, and I know how. I'll soon show you. Just you wait.
Jeremy? Jeremy! Damn it! There's no way he would have taunted us with an encrypted call that can only be accessed from a short range.
It does look like
he's
kids.
looking
I
for
was not a
something
fan
near
of the
tree.
ones. Alright, now collect these.
I have no
Oh
idea what you're
god,
talking
here we
about,
go.
but I'm ready to blow it all up.
I bet.
So, if the output of
Yeah,
the
I
machine
only did
installed on that
one of the
tree is
earlier
correct,
ones.
half of the swamp will be blown away. Please calm down.
It wasn't my least favorite thing, but yeah,
So frustrating.
I don't want to see a
I'm
bunch of
going
that.
crazy. We need to take full control of the area around that tree.
You're just literally sitting there waiting on the platform to come back. Like, okay. Have either one of you guys gotten that range mod for the grappling hook yet, or is that still further down the line? Because that is a big quality of life right there. That'll be awesome.
It might be strong, but you have to keep it at bay. I'll keep the sensor operational until we find Jeremy.
You trust my nose, right? I'm not sure what the Vulgus are doing to that tree, but it reeks of the same stench.
I said I'm not sure what the Vulgus are doing to that
It
tree.
looks like Jeremy came here looking
think
for this
they're
stuff
fucking
too.
it.
So we better grab it all first.
Alpha was like, can you bring Jeremy back to me? I want to find out why he did what he did. I should have known. He was always praising the Vulgus for the large penises. Income. Now, I'm not surprised by that, but we can probably expect that he most likely pulled out his credit card. My dude Wolf immediately bought an ultimate, the Red Skull Epic. He bought that like immediately, and I was like, bro, you're level 10. Like, what are you doing? Come on, play the game. Play the game. Take a lot. I know, but Wolf makes it a bad thing, because this motherfucker funds Call of Duty and their sins. He's bought every Call of Duty skin. I shit you not. He's bought like almost all of them. It's fucking gross. But bro, you have a problem. I know what he says is that he's not gonna buy anymore. He's like, oh, I'm just buying that one. I was like, right, I believe you. Like, you literally bought the waifu cat shit in Call of Duty. Like, I know you're gonna get all this stuff. He's just lying to himself. It's okay, I know how addiction works, but he's in the denial stage right now. We were joking about his dad playing, because his dad usually sits and watches him play games, so like do dabs and shit. His dad stays with him and shit, so you can hear his dad in the background. And he was like, bro, my dad was looking at this shit, like he's never seen some of this stuff. He was just like, saw the maid skins and cat rolls and everything. I was like, your dad's gonna wind up with a PS5, he's gonna buy all the maid skins. Goes over to his dad's house and he finally gets his own place. Like, Dad, you got a PS5 and you're playing First Descendant. It's amazing. Right. There were a few PC players today that were like level 32 and 36 that were at the cheese hole. I was like, okay, okay. I'm not surprised, bro. Like, it couldn't have taken that long to find. It was so early, you know? Yeah, today when I logged on, I was like, I'm just gonna get Bunny maxed out, and I'm gonna finish this grinding quests. Well, not finish, but continue grinding quests. Yeah, since I got my Ascendance maxed, I don't have a reason to go back till I get a new one.
Alright. I don't know what the hell this
quests.
stuff is, but we got all of it.
Sensors are operating normally. We've seized all the Vulgus' supplies. Let's get back to the outpost. We need to wait for Dr. Cade to contact us about the next operation anyway.
Was it the first one of those that you encounter, or was it a later one? Okay. I'll try to remember that.
I'm pretty busy. For you, make time. Ah, speak of the devil. She's contacting me now. Kate, I'm receiving. The supplies I sent are the ones seized from an important Vulgus facility. We identified them as being highly likely to be targeted by Jeremy, so we went after them first. There's 3 supply boxes worth.
These are genetic materials used to create Vulgus bodies. If Jeremy wants to emulate the process in the Alzarok report, these are the core materials he'll need. But did you say 3 boxes?
Yeah, I started paying attention to what I was dismantling, trying to keep at least a couple that were at a good level.
What are you talking about, Kate? The delivery
had to
speed
make
for
sure I
Albion's
didn't
supply
dismantle
boxes
old
is
one.
too fast to be overtaken by standard transportation. Wait a second. Jeremy. His RK abilities. He might be able to grab a supply box mid-air. Damn it.
This is the emergency response system. A supply box on its way to Albion has been intercepted. Last known location is in the northeast. There is a high chance that Jeremy grabbed it. He planned this.
I mean, yeah, I'm ready for it, honestly. I like Necros OG, really. I fuck with that.
Don't worry. All forces, I'm sending the last known coordinates of the supply box. Move out.
Yeah, he's not your daddy.
Yes. That's disturbing.
I have a different theory. Jeremy has everything he now needs. Void energy, highly concentrated Kuiper, Vulgus DNA solution, and the Iron Heart. All of these were used by Aemon when he created Alzarok.
Are you saying Jeremy is creating a super
Yeah.
strong Vulgus that will obey him? I would have expected bigger things from that traitor.
Perhaps, as he already has Arcane, he may be attempting to fuse his own body with that of a
Good
Vulgus,
night.
spawning a new being. Those of Esimo's men who were won over by Jeremy were
Swag.
strongly taken by his words, fully believing what he said. However, there is one thing Jeremy hasn't been able to obtain yet. An energy output intense enough to activate the Iron Heart. Fortunately, I do not detect any facilities in this swamp with that level of output. However, if there are any Colossi remains in this swamp in fairly good condition, they may still retain an immense amount of power. And there would be no need to infiltrate an Albion or Vulgus facility. I suspect the remains are exactly what Jeremy is after.
Ah, if that's so, that's good news. There aren't any usable Colossi remains around here, so we can finally catch our breath.
Actually, there is one. A while ago, there was an executioner which failed in an intercept attempt and ended up somewhere in this swamp. This is Vulgus territory, and I wasn't in a position to go after it at the time, so I left it.
Damn it. I guess there was no way of knowing. We need to find the location of the river. I'm gonna blow them up so nobody can use them.
Even better than over 9,000. Be interested to know what they've put the ceilings at. Sky's the limit.
Analyzing data. Ah, I knew it. We've detected Jeremy's arcade. His route takes him toward the chapel. Wait, these traces are similar to those of the Vulgus. It looks like the enemy is caught up to Jeremy.
Turning into season
We better
1
hurry.
Cartman. Beefcake, beefcake. Scotty was like sending me his Helldivers progress because I told him about what I was doing in First Descendant. And I was just like, oh Jesus Christ.
The enemy has found us. Defend the drone until the tracking is complete. chapel. The remains of the Colossus should be there. I would request Enzo to provide aerial reconnaissance.
I did unlock one weapon skin. It was for the shotgun, the gangster. Something I haven't really dabbled with, the shotgun. Do what?
Focus with a few spotted.
Yeah, it kind of didn't really make sense. Right. I had literally had my manager at Waffle House's number blocked when I quit. So like I stopped just even accepting his messages. Like, yeah, you don't need to talk to me when I'm not at work, bud. Four hours later. So it'd be really cool is like if they just let you fuck with your inventory, like if your build can handle it, like why not let them fuck with this shit? Like yeah, do that, enemies are nearby. Yeah, but they're not hurting.
Take the target down quickly. The target is destroyed. Operation successful. Enzo was worried about the enemy reconverging. We should try to hack their database. I'll provide reports, you take care of the enemy forces. Initiating remote hack. Enemies approaching. Get ready. Initiating remote hack. Eliminate any approaching enemies.
What does she? Hey, there you go. That's cheeky as fuck.
Focus and consolidated forces. That's not good.
That's cluster.
Seems to be the latest focus operation data. I've located the enemy rally.
Number 17 suspending stealth search and converting to support mission. The enemy is on high alert. Jeremy must have riled them up. They're trying to obstruct our pursuit.
I was gonna ask you what Volby was like. Romantic. Yeah, that's where I took Bunny today, just to level it up. Oh, that would be pretty interesting. You think it'd be still beneficial? It might even drop better shit, right? Might have to fuck with that. Right. Yeah, I might have to play with that. I didn't even think about that. So where do you put that? You don't want to know. Yeah, I kind of want to know what the overall haul is once you go back to Cillian and cash out from Harden for sure. No, I mean like how much Kuiper he gets. That's what I'm saying. I want to know what his total is when he cashes out on hard mode.
A low-rank enemy leader has emerged. Taking them out will force the enemy to retreat.
I think it could be argued that it is already, but maybe just not enough people know about it yet. Have a good shift, bro. Thank you.
Let me tell you how I managed to come back.
Oh, that hurt like hell! Shit! Are you...
Let me tell you how I managed to come back from the war.
Modules will make you stronger.
What's been your favorite Descendant's ability so far, Crash? Nice. Yeah, Lepic is ridiculous. I watched the studio go ham with him at that cheese mission for a hot minute. That grenade is so stupid. I'm thinking about getting him next for sure.
Ask me anything about modules. If all modules were the same, I'd be out of a job, right?
Probably found one of the cooler weapon names I've seen yet. It's Phantom Pain for an assault rifle. Haven't fired it yet. This sounds cool. No clue. Light speed barrel. That sounds cool. I wonder if it's actually better than my current launcher though. I am a fan of the missile launchers, though. It's pretty sweet. Really good crowd control. That's good stuff. And then when you dismantle your dupes, you'll get another stack of it, too. I got a couple on right now just because I found them. But I think I have a couple on my. Let me take a look. Yeah, I think my reactor has one, and I think one of my external components has one too. Went ahead and decided to make a B for Bunny's, test out her build, and then if I don't like what I'm doing, I can always convert it back to A. Just trying to play around with it a little bit.
Magisters are probably humanity's real hope, don't you think? Pretty weird how they did that mark registered items to favorite something. Like, that's worded really poorly. It took forever for us to just notice that. Just like, it does the function of favoriting something so you don't actually delete it, but they went out of their way to call it something incredibly confusing. You gotta keep the water clean. I suppose, like, in all of the Lost in Translations that could have happened, it's pretty solid for all of it that exists in the game. Like, there's not too much that's like that, but that was one thing I noticed. It was just worded weird. At least they thought to have the heart icon. That kind of gives it away. Alright, completed research. I don't know how they want us to pronounce her name, but I'm just going to call her Anus. I'm assuming they want something fancy like a nice, but that just doesn't sound as cool. You notice how rude she is if you ask for something like back to back, like you get something and you come back to her, she's like, what do you want now? I'm sorry, I thought your job was to help us. You're like mad about it. Right. Like, is that such a problem? They pay you a handsome salary, I have to imagine, for that, right? So she got her bad attitude hanging out with Alpha too long or something. The guys I was playing with last night were all debating about if they trust the AI or whatever, the guide, and I was like, I don't immediately distrust it. They're like, oh, I think they're gonna double cross us. It's like, I don't know. Almost seems too obvious. I think there's more there. Possible, I guess. I don't know. I think they're just terrified of anything that isn't human. It's like, I don't know.
Humanity is very weak. That's why humans need us so desperately.
And she delivers backhanded comments. I went to go get some research from her. She's like, humanity's weak. That's why they need us. I was like, Jesus Christ. Savage. It was like, not wrong, but jeez.
Magisters are probably humanity's real hope, don't you think?